I don't mean to put it on your nose, but it's clear how my baby's running this a block. Cause you fear what you do to you if you get dirty hands and veneer. What you do, what she is, little boy, I tell you this. If baby wants to sit, she can sit. If baby says lit, it's lit. Got your bank account and that cute. If she said it loud, it's the truth. If baby wanna ride, she can ride. If baby needs some time, she got time. Got your bank account and that cute. She can make it count, how about you? She would put you in the bag, yeah. Wouldn't even need a planet. If she wanted, she a magnet. They should let her name a planet. Everything she drop like Corona. Viral, make the world start over like I own her. She ain't about to set, but they really wanna throne her. Listen, she like bass, she like Hover. Self-employed, moving paper better than some Billy Boy. Made a choice on the regular, she bring a milli home. Click my phone, get my ass up, get a dinner going. Watch she out there, making sure that you all know. Baby wants sit, she can sit. If baby says lit, it's lit. Got your bank account and that cute. If she said it loud, it's the truth. If baby wanna ride, she can ride. Baby needs some time, she got time. Got your bank account and that cute. She can make it count, how about you? She be always making money. If it's raining, if it's sunny, she make time to call me honey every day. Drop a couple bands on the click, then he pay. Then a couple more on the tip, baby saves. Body's just the everyday, imagine holiday. If I get the 50 cent, she get me holidays. Signing with the fly, if you meet her, know it's true. So if she ever asks you, you know that baby wants sit, she can sit. If baby says lit, it's lit. Got your bank account and that cute. If she said it loud, it's the truth. If baby wanna ride, she can ride. Baby needs some time, she got time. Got your bank account and that cute. She can make it count, how about you?
I'ma go all the way up. They keep on calling my phone. They catching on to the buzz. I got it out of the mud, but I'ma go all the way up. Bad girl from the soil, taking me out of this world. So I'ma go all the way up. Nice guy with a cold shoulder. Yeah, we cool, but I don't know you. Roll a flower and I'm off the potion. Give me superpowers that I won't stop to the bank roll on supermassive. Big bank for the space chatter. Way up in a squad NASA. Copperfield with the dark magic. Subtle flex when I run a race. Tell these rap buddies eat my dust. Lil' baddie off the cellular. Talking life and I we set it up. I'm a sharp shooter, yeah, Will Smith. Call me Prince Park, let me freshen up. Bay boy on the level up. Way up near the nebulas. I'm never copping a chain, cause I see it all through the frames. And I leave it all on the page. It's feeling like they want me locked in a cage. They want us all on the fake, but I'ma go all the way A with it, cause I don't feel all the way safe here. Yeah, spray the champagne, shower up in the air. Stunner goggles, I don't mess with the flu. Untamed and she wild off the goose. Ghost ride, yeah, I come through the roof. Tuck it 12, get it all on my tail. Hella wild and I break all the rules. Chill, chill, bro, you way out of line. Yeah, I know it's a mood. I'ma go all the way up. They keep on calling my phone. They catching on to the buzz. I got it out of the mud, but I'ma go all the way up. Bad girl from the soil. She taking me out of this world, so I'ma go all the way up. Got the JD squinting, got the gator spinning, I'm outrageous with it, going crazy with it. Got the phrase jumping off the page, gifted, got the waves swishing, got the neighbors tripping, got the trap booming, jumping out the speakers. Drip on me, jumping off the easel. Gold wristed, couldn't tell me nothing. Nah, bought a fisted. Cooking the bars, turn a lab into a living kitchen. Watch them grimace when I water whip it. Subtle flex and live a candid image. Come from pushing in the S-type with no license, gas load, the windows tinted. Still couldn't see me with the zoom on your little vision. Nah, we are not the same, we got different lenses. No one snapping like we something real vivid, keep it realistic. Quick to split it with my day ones. Got the label making bank runs, cause the train of thought like a freight, huh? I'm the type to get a late start. You the type to be afraid, huh? I'm the type to never have things. You the type to have it made, huh? Yeah, wave. And I keep fuel to the flame, huh? How they got me going this hard, really I'm the type to never say much. Vice grip, got the game clutch. Every song make the stage rush. I always said making money might change things, but never let it make us. I'ma go all the way up. They keep on calling my phone, they catching on to the buzz. I got it out of the mud, but I'ma go all the way up. Bad girl from the soil, she taking me out of this world. I'ma go
all the way up. They keep on calling my phone, they catching on to the buzz. I got it out of the mud, I'ma go all the way up. They keep on calling my phone, they catching on to the buzz. I got it out of the mud, I'ma go all the way up. Y'all hit up with a dream, hold it down for my team. I'm afraid of how I'm feeling, I get high in the ceiling. How I'm feeling, high in the ceiling. I've been living like I'm past rules. In this ride tap to it, living like I'm finished.
Bitch, I'ma go all the way up.
No, yeah. Oh, I can't let him take my soul. Yeah. I can't let him take my soul. No. Oh, I can't let him take my soul. No. See, we was cool right before it hit the fence, but it hit the fan when I got him down at the bench. But I took a break, I had to leave and go get cleansed. God forgive me for all my sins. I can't say these cause my last name ain't Kent. Cooking on the stove, that's the way he paid the rent. Working on the pole, that's the way she pays tuition. Better watch your soul, cause you know they trying to get it. Yeah. I learned my right from wrong on the song. I let my heart bleed on my sleeve through microphones. I'm trying to right my wrongs by writing out my wrongs. Ran through a check, cause it's hard to live off bread alone. So if you see me slipping, yeah, let me know. Cause it ain't the end of times yet, I know, but it's getting close. Yeah, I need my space to breathe, that's why I be going ghost. I ain't trying to stay up on that wide road, cause I can't let them take my soul. No. Oh, I can't let them take my soul. No. I can't let them take my soul. No. Oh, I can't let them take my soul. No. They thinking I'm bluffing, but I promise I do it. That K got a drum, like murder and booming. Sending you vert, if I get my little Uzi. They thinking I'm crazy, I'm gon' see you the haters. People I'm saying, get what I'm painting. A picture big, I call it little baby. If I'm on the board, then we playing chess. If you on my way, you gon' need a vest. Act big, you might get stretched. All your gun talk, I ain't impressed. My 45 seen real traffic. That's Dallas, Texas. My little partner called her body for a Maserati. He told him get up out the car, hit him with the shotty. That 12th gauge, gave him life in the 12th grade. I tried to write him, but we ain't on the same page. I caught him slipping, I just had to let him know. It ain't the end of times yet, I know, but it's getting close. These demons really out to get you, so you better guard your post. There's certain things I could probably let go, but I can't let them take my soul. No. Oh, I can't let them take my soul. No. I can't let them take my soul. No. Oh, I can't let them take my soul. No. I can't let them take my soul.
Your friends chillin' day and night for days on end. Now you can't come see me tonight. Say you ain't got the time. I'm the last one you prioritize. simple. Things you do to make me stay. Now it's like you don't even try. I used to wonder why, but now I'm left with no more tears to cry. I know that life can be busy, love, but you make time for the ones you love. It's only right, it's what I deserve. Love, tell me what you done for me, done for me, done for me, done for me lately. Did your mind go on vacation, leaving your affection for me at home? Tell me what you done for me, done for me, done for me, done for me lately. Where's your heart and your attention? Where's the kind of love that I used to know? If you want me the way I want you, put your all into all that you do. It's only right, it's what I deserve. Love, tell me what you done for me, done for me, done for me, done for me lately. Did your mind go on vacation, leaving your affection for me at home? Tell me what you done for me, done for me, done for me, done for me lately. Where's your heart and your attention? Where's the kind of love that I used to know?
In this moment, yes, I cannot say what's wrong or right. No, it's not hard to fool me. No, 'cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yes, yeah, lead the way, I follow. No need to say. Where we are heading now, babe, I follow to the edge of it all, to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what, yeah. Susceptible now, before the moment flies. Ooh, so tell you good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Ooh, susceptible now, before the moment flies. It's not a problem, no, 'cause I know what I'm getting into. Yes, yeah, and nothing can stop me. No, 'cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say. Where we are heading now, babe, I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what, yeah.
If only you could see me now. If only you could tell me why you disappeared, you made me cry. So don't come back.
You are now tuning in to TNJ Radio Show.
Man, that music was bumping.
Yeah, we should get another 15-minute break, huh?
Club
man.
TJ, I was over here with my non-rhythm self. I was like, you know.
Yeah, what's going on, man? For the people who don't know, if you're here for the first time, my name is LeBron J.
William A. Thomas here.
Yes, and if you're here, definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and share this information. Yeah,
Man, we here. We're gonna get into it tonight. How you feeling?
I ain't feeling too good, but the show must go on.
See, you got a new hat there.
No, I'm just putting this in rotation again.
Okay. Well, I can't really see it with the light.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
The Rays.
Okay.
Oh man, my background don't look good with the hat on. I didn't know.
No, it's March Madness time, man. You gotta get your college hats.
I don't gotta do nothing but stay black and die. I don't mess with shit. I mean, I mess with it, but I don't have a favorite.
You ain't a Kentucky bandwagoner or a Duke guy.
Nah. I mean, since Pitt don't make it, I'm a Pitt fan when it comes to basketball, but they ain't been relevant lately, so I don't really mess with them.
Man, it's heartbreaking being a Pitt fan.
Yeah.
Remember they used to have those good seasons all the time for the regular season?
Yeah. That's when I became a huge fan. Vitigo Cummings started it off in the 90s, late 90s, I think. Then we had a string of good point guards.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one guy that went from Shinley High School? What's his name?
Blair, DeJuan Blair.
Is he the best Pitt player ever? Basketball?
Probably. Yeah, he's probably the best one.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't say he's as far as longevity in the NBA now, I mean, I think Steven Adams is still there.
Chris Smith was good. He went to the Knicks in the 90s. He was pretty good, but yeah. I mean, there's a lot of players that should have made it to the NBA, but had really good seasons. Like what was the one guy's name? The point guard, Brevett Knight, I think.
Brandon Knight.
Yeah, he was good.
Pitt legend.
Heard he got all the ladies at Pitt. Mr. Take Your Girl. That's what I heard.
So had to go through him.
Yeah, because like NBA players, they're like they have their own fraternity, if you will. Football players not so much because you don't know who's on the football team and who's not.
Mm-hmm.
I know my one boy, he used to. What did he used to do? Oh, he used to lie and say he was on the football team because he had the height.
How was that going back?
I mean, because this is pre internet. This is before people see. There was a blog called I forgot what the blog was called. But it was created by a woman, and basically she would put you on game about certain things. So once this blog came out, I remember one particular blog she put out. She's like, if they say their name, Google it. Google the name, look at the picture, because there's a lot of people at the NBA All-Star weekend that they'll lie, say they're on they play basketball. So, so they had a whole little system on how to get a dude out there.
So she
I got some money.
She messed up the game, needless to say.
Yeah, what baller alert? That's what it's called. It's called baller alert. She had a whole system too. It's still up there,
Mm.
but the game has changed. The game has changed.
Man.
But yeah. I saw the NIT on the day. Is the games on start tomorrow or when the?
I think they're doing the play-in games right now.
Oh, okay. I'm rooting for Florida State.
Wherever you are, huh?
That's what I am.
Hey,
Wherever I'm at.
don't move to Southern California, huh? You'll be a USC. Yeah, huh?
Maybe UCLA, But yeah, man.
The playing games, real quick, your boy LeBron, you remember this time last year what he said about the playing games?
Mm-mm.
He said that whoever came up with that needs to be fired. I wonder how he feels this year.
Meanwhile, he's trying to get a playing game this year. He had one last year. He had a walk-off 3, I think. They beat Golden State, I believe.
Mm-hmm. But he didn't feel he had to, play that. He felt, I guess, basically he probably felt Golden State shouldn't have been there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which he's right, but hey, makes more money.
I actually like the playing game.
No,
Pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, but yeah, it is. I'm saying based on last year, based off of the regular playoffs,
Yeah, I know what you said. Yeah. I'm just saying, for me personally, I enjoy it.
It was the best playing game I ever seen was when they did that with the Pirates. They did that 1-day playoff.
Mm-hmm.
Pirates versus Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
Best playing game I ever seen in my life. They started. I can't remember the pitcher's name. They started chanting his name.
Mm-hmm.
He got scared, dropped the ball. Got a balk.
Yeah, baseball, man. It's just too much pressure, man. I remember I used to play back in the day. And I used to beg them. I'd be begging the God, please don't hit it to me. Please don't hit it to me. Can't be dropping the ball in the 6th inning.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That was fairly decent.
Well, we going to get into it. Let me look at some of the topics now. We talking about a little bit today. Are Kanye's kids being kept from him unfairly? For anyone who's watching, we definitely want to hear your voice on that. Kanye West, he's been in the news in regards to his divorce and his relationship with his wife, but also his ongoing custody dispute in regards to his kids. So we want to hear your thoughts on that. Will the Russia-Ukraine conflict escalate into World War III? And anyone who's been watching that, it's a tough place right now. U.S. is possibly getting involved, and if we get involved in certain ways, need to know, like, you think we're going to end up having World War III? And then juicy. And this was on, he got released today on bond after outcry. Now, it was kind of, you could see it coming, but, we're going to talk about that. And one of the leaders in Black Lives Matter has been jailed for fraud. Where the money at? And just for fun, Mace released a diss track about Diddy. Did you see that one, Ron? Did you hear it?
Yeah, I heard it.
Oh, man.
Shout out to Pastor Mace, a.k.a. Murder Mace.
Yeah, so definitely want to get y'all's opinion on it, but start talking about, give me a pick on which one to start with, Ron.
It don't matter.
Okay. We're going to leave it right there with Murder Mace. Now, for those who don't know, Diddy's he's been under fire. One of the guys from the band. What's his name?
Freddie P or something
Freddie
like that.
P. He said Diddy ain't really help him. He ain't really get paid. And there are different artists. You know, people always gonna have different complaints in regards to, you know, when they're under a label. So Mace released his diss track about a day or two ago. And man, he starts talking about you know, the people that didn't get paid. He starts talking to, you know, just all sorts of stuff going on. But here's one thing that I wonder. Okay, Mace has been having some stuff to say about Diddy for a few years now. Like, this ain't the first time he's been in the headlines, you know, about this. Do you think that he's more so talking about his personal gripes right now, or you think he's kind of riding the wave in regards to what's going on, you know, with the other people who are, you know, airing their grievances?
That's a great question. I think both. You know, because he's been trying to get his publishing for years. You know, all those records he wrote. You know, in the studio, all about the. No, he ain't write all about the Benjamins. I think Jadakiss wrote that one. But all those hits that he put out, and you know, I was contemplating this earlier. I was thinking like, you know, because I am a businessman, but at the same time, it's like if you're doing somebody wrong all these years, you know, and is it exploitation because they're recruiting these young kids, and then you have to also think did they sign the contract um, thinking that they wouldn't blow up as big as they blew up. You know what I mean? Like you look at like people like Black Rob who was in the hood, you know, G Dep, and you know so many artists that didn't really blow up. But what was their expectations? You know what I mean? Because you probably didn't think he was going to be this big.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, and it's funny. I met some of those guys whenever they first came. There was a guy. A lot of people don't know him as much. There was Johnny Handsome, Black Rob. You know, a lot of those people they had came through Pittsburgh. You know, for promoting. And actually, it's funny. A funny story. Someone at a youth group that was leading the youth group that I was at. Ended up kind of stepping away from the church for a little bit to go and promote with Bad Boys. So,
you going to hell?
so we ended up, you know, getting introduced to those people pretty early on. You know, so it was an interesting time.
Yeah, then you have to think too. Like Puffy was so young as well. You know, Harlem dude, straight out of Harlem, flashy. A lot of them Harlem dudes is flashy out there. And he basically did the standard industry contracts. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people don't read the contract. A lot of people don't understand the you know words like arbitrary and all them huge words. And you know what we like to talk about the bold print giveth and the fine print take it away. And I don't think a lot of kids think about that. They just think about I want to get on. I think about all that stuff later. Once I'm famous, things will happen. And you know, just come to find out, you know, the publishing is the one of the most important things that you actually give away.
Yeah,
You know?
and you know what? I want to have as much of a problem with it. Only challenge that I have is that Diddy goes into this stuff of, you know, like basically like Black Power and for the community and all that stuff. And it just kind of reminds me of when the drug dealers are giving the turkeys out. It's like, all right, that's nice that you're doing that and all, but what about the other days when you're ruining our communities? So if he wasn't really speaking those type of things, like if he was just kind of, you know, just completely distant, you know, I would probably have less of an issue. But this is
So how is he destroying the communities?
Well, he's not destroying the communities, that's it, but he's destroying the lives of his artists by
How
you know,
so?
putting these terrible deals out.
No. Wait
These.
a minute. Hold on. Let's back this up here, man. He actually gave them an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
If you in the studio and he walk in and someone's snorting coke, you don't know he don't know what he's getting. There's no background check for artists. You know, he walked in studios where they're not, first off, they're not coming in the studio like they're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them artists. A lot of them doing drugs in the studios, bringing weapons in the studio. You know what I'm saying? So what are you saying? He's actually helping them, helping their lives out. If they don't want to take on the opportunity, matter of fact, while I'm talking, go on his Instagram page and see what he posted. Because he's a petty guy. I think his new name is not P Diddy now. I think it's Dr. Love or something crazy like that.
Are
He's
you
all about love.
you serious? That's
Yeah, I'm serious.
wow.
But come on, look at Faith. She was raggedy before he got signed to Bad Boy, man. Like look at Biggie. Like where was Biggie going to go if he didn't sign him? Biggie was selling drugs down south. He got a songs about it. You know what I'm saying? Like Total. They look like raggedy people that wasn't going to be anything. They was all selling drugs and stuff before. He took a chance on them. You know what I'm saying? So you can't sit there and say that he made their lives worse. It's their fault that they signed a contract. How many people on here who was working it and didn't look at the employee manual? Then all of a sudden they said you got to shovel crap outside. You're like, what? That ain't my job. Oh, I didn't even read it. I didn't even read the job description.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I will say this: most weren't reading they weren't reading the contract, but and I don't know if Diddy even knew what was in the contracts. You said he was just doing the standard, right?
Yeah, doing the industry standard 360 contracts.
Mm.
You know, and they say, hey man, look, sign it, and we're gonna make a lot of hits. They probably ain't say we're gonna make money. He said we're gonna make a lot of hits together. You know, it didn't. You got to look at it like this, like the people. We don't get mad. We always get mad at the black person who signed them, the middleman, but you're not getting mad at the white people who sign whose label it is. Like you're not gonna get mad at Jimmy Iovine. You know, shout out to Suge Knight for shaking them up because they were getting beat.
Mm.
You know, you gonna get mad at Master P, but Master P's the middleman trying to give you 200,000 up front. You ain't never seen that type of money before.
Mm.
It ain't my fault that you spent you get a 200,000 or something and you spent it all on women, drugs, and in your family.
And Dr. Love, he on here. I don't know what he
He
talking.
living his best life. He a Harlem dude. He at the beach right now. San Joe Pay.
Man, let's see what he
truly think. I really think that it's going to keep going on.
that ain't him.
Yeah, but there was a post that he put out. I think it was a snippy comment. I know he put out something about Freddie P the other day, basically like you need to hustle harder. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody give you opportunity, you gotta go get it. Like we just came off of watching and talking about
I think it's the one with him with this pink pick in his head.
it's a post. It should be like a post.
Yeah, I see that right there.
What did it say?
It says stop all your crying,
Read it.
BITCHing and moaning, hustle harder or get the F out of our way.
Now that was the Freddie P. Like he sat there and gave you an opportunity, man. You can't worry about that. You got to learn how to make money, man.
Mm.
You know, look at it as an opportunity. Like if you look at Kanye West they wasn't trying to give him a record deal. They were trying to just keep his beats. We just watched a documentary about it on Netflix. He made an opportunity for himself. You know, you can't wait on that. That goes for people who work their jobs. Like you can't wait on them to give you a promotion. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to look at yourself as self-employed, not an employee of them. So, you know, you're not gonna get training because you know they didn't send you to a training. No, you got to do that on your own. You got to level up on your own. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, but definitely heard that diss track, man. Don't mess with Murder Mace, man. Murder Mace went in.
That man said, he said, you can't blackball Mace. There ain't a ball black enough or something like that. I was like, oh.
Yeah, Mace got bars, man. People sleep on Mace. That first album with Harlem World, I think, went like 5 times platinum.
I didn't know. I mean, I heard some of the radio hits, but you know,
got 24 Hours to Live on there. You get a jam with MJG and what's that? 8-Ball MJG. There's some talent.
Now, what do you think about Jesse getting released? Did you hear about that?
Hold that thought, man. We still talking about Mace here, man. Mace. See, the problem with Mace though is Mace. He dogged Diddy. Did you know that?
How so?
Because the streets was beating him up when he made that money in Harlem. He was going back to Harlem. He was getting jumped and beat up. And he quit the industry. Well, he had a contract with Diddy and went down to Atlanta with Creflo Dollar and started being a preacher. You know how much money that P. Diddy lost on him? You see what I'm saying? He took an L. Think about it. You go into these white labels and you're asking for a big budget, and the star quit.
Now, was this was after Biggie was gone, right?
Yeah, this was when he did Harlem World, and he was doing all this music, and he was hot, and then he quit. He had a contract with him. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're gonna pay you for let's say they paid you for a 5-album deal, and you only did 1 album, what you gonna say to these white folks?
I don't know how he was able to get out. How'd he get out of it?
Puffy, I mean, basically Puffy didn't. He still had a contract, but he let him go. I mean, he's like, go ahead. And like a couple of years ago, you know, Mace kept on saying, "Get me out the contract," because he couldn't do anything. Because you remember when he came back, he did a welcome back song, and he wanted to sign the G Unit, and Puffy wouldn't let that happen. And then he finally signed off on it. I think 50 took the bill, so 50 lost money on him. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So put Jimmy on real quick.
Jimmy X. Yeah, Jimmy. We talking about Mace right now. You still there?
All right, put him in. Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's my Wi-Fi. I'm in my car.
Oh, okay.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, I heard y'all was talking about Mace.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mace can rap, man. You ain't got that first album, man. He went hard. Harlem World, son.
So what you think about him putting that diss track out about Diddy?
Hey man, that man wants some more money from Diddy after he done already juked Diddy for $7 million or more. You know? That when he made that Welcome Back album, Diddy advanced him a whole bunch of money and it didn't lock up. He said that verbatim. Then he ran away again.
Got out. Went back to that church, huh?
Well, I think what it is Diddy was trying to what's the word I'm looking for? You know, a lot of times you be doing stuff your own way, and then somebody say, "Oh, you ain't got to be that hard on people." And then you try to slack up, and then somebody shake you.
Mm.
So that's where he at.
So you think he got shook up by the pastor?
Yeah, he was trying to. He really because he really did well on that first album,
Mm.
Harlem World. But then that second album, it went doo doo, and then he thought he could get him back with Welcome Back, try to make it hot again.
Mm.
You know, I don't think Mace got any more albums in him.
He's,
You
he's
know,
yeah. He still got bars though.
he got bars, but you
He
don't
need
live long in the rap game, man.
he need to stop wearing them space boots, man. That's the problem with them Harlem dudes. Them Harlem dudes think they wear those space suits and they wear all this crazy stuff and thinking we're not up on game. He be looking like a somebody on Star Trek, man. Did you see him lately?
I didn't see him,
I
man.
saw
But
him at a basketball game. He was performing at a basketball game. He had some high boots, some
look,
fisherman boots.
his time is over, man. You left the rap game while you was on the top of the rap game. You cannot get the top back. Just let it go,
Well,
man.
he wants his publishing, man. That's what this is all about.
Okay, well, you sell your publishing to Diddy when you were young?
He ain't sell it to him.
He signed it, right?
Yeah.
And when it's gone, you got to make some new hits and get some new publishing because that's gone.
Mm.
There's a
Diddy not
loophole
gonna
though,
let go
man.
of that,
There's a loophole. I
huh?
heard there's a loophole. A lot of people's getting on game with a lot of artists, and basically what you do is if you got a fan base, you tell them to stop supporting it on like StreamYard, right? Or I mean not StreamYard, Spotify or YouTube, and then you re-record the same song, and then you say support this. That's how you get around that loophole. And I heard a lot of people's doing that right now, like
Okay.
Cameron,
So you go and do that,
Noriega.
and then the rap company, the label's gonna sue you and suck all the money out of it.
They can't sue you.
How can they not sue
A
you?
lawyer told them this that they can do that.
Well, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I don't think it'll work though. It sounds too flimsy.
They already doing it now, man. I was sitting there listening to I put on Kumo D and it was a whole different production. It sounded like he did it on the iPhone. It was horrible.
Yeah. Man, listen, man. This is business, man. You know what I'm saying? Business is business. Now, if I talk really good to you, Mace, I thought you was getting money from
You breaking up?
the
You breaking
parishioners.
up?
Hold on, let me lean back. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, man. You need to get rid of that cricket, man.
I ain't
They
got no
still make
cricket,
cricket.
man.
Couldn't find
I
anything
just
with
need
his
to.
full body. I'm trying to find the boots, but he got
Can you
that
hear me now?
leather.
That's an old picture, man. Man, take that off. That's an old one. That's 90s, man. He gained some
Can
weight.
y'all hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Business is business, man. And if it's over with, it's over. I thought he was making money off the church. What he need Diddy money for?
Look, man, that those publishers they get you know about that residual, man. You want to get that residual.
Right.
I think it's even though, man, because like I said, he ran out on that contract, and Puffy had to answer to the big rigs because he left because he was getting his head stomped in trying to floss in Harlem,
Mm.
and he ran down to Atlanta.
Mm.
And then Puffy let him out his contract. There's a video if you want to look it up. Um, Will there's a video with him at the radio station signing over the contract saying you're free from me. You can do whatever you want, and he still ain't happy.
Right, because these folks ain't happy unless you giving them what you got, man. I keep telling y'all that. If you say, "Hey, we gonna make a deal," right? Okay, if it costs $100, right? Then I'm gonna get seven and you gonna get six. I'm gonna get six and you gonna get seven. They still hate you.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, is it the one? Was it before or after? Like I see a video saying Mace runs up on Diddy live at a radio show.
Yeah, that was it. That was a while ago. Yep, that's the one. That was the old one. When he first initially signed the contract over.
Oh man.
So Diddy's nice after all. He ain't have to do that.
No, he ain't have to do that, man. And these folks still saying whining about that money, man. You took my publishing.
Maybe
You
got
signed
some
it over.
kids they need to take care of, man. Come on, man. Why can't he get his money for writing that, putting content out, man?
He can get money for putting out new content. Just don't try to use the old hot content you made in your 20s that you signed over to somebody else. If you really had the talent you say you got, you could be like Prince. You could say, okay, keep your money. I just go
But
make more
the
music.
first album that Diddy put out, which went platinum, he wrote on there.
Yeah, good.
Why can't he get those publishings?
He got paid to write on there too.
Well, I don't know if he gonna end up getting it. He might have to re-record all them songs. People about he still has he has fan. I don't know how big his fan base is, but there's people that remember when he was Murder Mace.
Man, let me tell you something, man. Why he left the game when he did, man.
Told you, man. He ain't like the game. He's getting beat up.
Well,
Jim Jones and them, because remember he fell out with Jim Jones and Cameron around that time, and that was like insecurity.
Yeah, but some people. Oh man, that diss track though, it had the auto tune and everything.
That's the only thing I didn't like about it, but
yeah,
he was spitting, man.
He's still trying to get money off Diddy. You understand that? He say, well, if I diss Diddy, people will pay attention. I'll get hot. Come on, man. How long
The
you
same
gonna
thing
live
we
in that
doing right
man?
now. We talking about somebody we don't want to talk about. Try to get hot.
Just saying, how long was he gonna live in his shadow, man? I think he just been. And I like Mace. I love Mace. I love his first album, but he really been doing some dick rider type shit these days. Man. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, man. Am I allowed to say that word on your show?
Yeah. Did you say that when you was in his church?
No, I never went to his church, man.
How far are you away from Creflo Dollar's church?
Oh, it's about 40 minutes.
Yeah, funny.
I've been to Creflo Dollar church before. Creflo Dollar didn't leave the church and start rapping and then run back to the church. You see what I'm saying? Creflo been down with Jesus since day one.
What's the one guy that he passed away from cancer? He was like, he allegedly did some things to the people down there in Atlanta.
Eddie Long.
Eddie Long, right? So one day I was driving to this appointment, and I get lost in Atlanta. I looked to the left. It said Eddie Long Highway. I said, "Oh, let me drive through here." I went down that way, man. He got a whole campus. His church is not a church; it's a campus. He had 2 football fields, basketball court. I was like, "Whoa, man! This is where the money going though." He got like a whole city.
Man,
do you ever see that, Jimmy?
Yeah, I drove through there a bunch, man.
I was like, man, this is crazy.
Well, Jimmy, did you ever go in that church?
I visited Eddie Long's church before he moved to the mega church. I heard him preach, and then I never went to his his giant church. So I saw his giant church on TV, but I had been to his church when it was small, and he was growing. He was a good preacher.
Were you part of the young men's group?
No, I wasn't part of no young men's group, dog.
Because they all called him daddy.
Bro, did you just try my life, bro?
Hey, if you was in the young men's church group, they call him daddy. Did you know that?
I didn't know back then. Nobody knew about that. My aunt used to go to that church, and she said, "Visit church with me." I visited one time. He a good preacher, man. But you know, man, everybody get caught up in different things, man.
Yeah.
Everybody get caught up in different things,
Yeah,
and the devil got your number, man. You know.
Right. So what's the verdict on Mace? He wrong. He need to leave Diddy alone, or he need to get that catalog.
Well, he can't really get the catalog, so I just think he need to leave Diddy alone, man. He just mad his other hustle didn't work out. Because if the church was making money like he wanted that money, he wouldn't be trying to do other things. You see what I mean?
Hmm.
why
He
why
not
can't he
get
diversify his portfolio?
he not trying to diversify. He just trying to go back to rap.
No, he just he want. Listen, if someone do you wrong, man, you just want your money, man.
Right, right. Well, then why he left? Why he left the game?
It don't matter. It's about what you know. What's the dude that sing? I like big bus and I cannot lie.
You just can't do
What's the name?
that. With a girl. So mix a lot
So he made one song and he getting paid for the rest of his life. Why can't Mace get that type of money?
because Mace does not know about the music business. So mix a lot did.
Shoot.
Got that song going through my head right now.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
All the people who who have to go to you to clear a song. Don't you want that?
Yeah,
Like when they did
you could
album
have
missing
that.
you. Like when they did
Look
album
at
missing you.
even
And
when I watched this documentary when Hammer made Can't Touch This.
mhm.
Super what's his name? Called his lawyers. He was like, I told you I want these motherfuckers using my shit. They was like, we cleared it already. They was like, oh. He's like, you gonna get 80 cents, he gonna get 26. How much is that? $15 million. He was like, proceed.
Yeah, don't you want that type of money?
You could have that type of so how did Rick James get that deal and Mace didn't?
Who?
How did
Rick
Rick
James?
James how did Rick James get that deal and Mace didn't?
I don't know. You gotta dig up the grave and find that out. I don't know.
Okay, the reason is Rick James was in the music business a long time before he signed up with Motown that time when he blew up. He
Mm.
had been all around and he knew the business. And so when he signed his, first of all, he had some money. He had to get some money to produce the albums and studio time. So he borrowed some of his money from the mob. There are people on his albums that he say wrote the albums. They're mob people, so he could pay them. And he cut his deal the way he wanted his deal to be cut.
You know
He
Diddy's
didn't
new
sign over
name?
his publishing.
You know
What?
Diddy's new name?
What is it?
What is it, Will?
Dr. Love.
Dr. Love. So he's about love now. He's not P. Diddy back in the day where the gangster P. Diddy from Harlem. He is a new guy. He might give it to him. You never know.
He might. Not after this diss record though. Was the diss record five? Will Thomas, was it five?
Let
It
you
was
going
lit.
you gonna have to
Not a
let.
chance in hell. He gonna be like, no, Dr. Love don't want to fool with you now.
Mm.
Mace better stop messing with dude because people don't know Puffy's a gangster. He ain't scared of nothing, and he got money to knock you off allegedly.
Mm.
Yeah, man.
Allegedly. Speaking of, getting money to knock somebody off. Kanye. Is Kanye kids being kept from him unfairly? Jimmy.
Man, I think Kanye need medical attention. No, I think he's sick. I think this behavior that you seeing out of him is why his wife left him. He crazy. Y'all think it's a game. Something wrong with him. That boy's sick.
What you mean?
What is that?
Sick.
I mean, he got mental illness and
He's
he
a
won't take his
genius.
medication. He is a genius.
You can't call somebody sick who just ain't have any money and they all of a sudden they're a billionaire, man. Come on, man. Something got to be strategic.
No, it ain't strategic. It's strategic. But the thing about mental illness is it just is what it is, man. Some like you, it's like you getting pulled into the same thing that poor Kim Kardashian got pulled in. He's not crazy. He's just a genius.
Why are
Then
you
she got
saying he's crazy? You have no evidence of that.
right. She got married to him.
She crazy. She crazy.
Hold on, listen. She done had kids by him. She love that man dirty draws. But
Okay,
he's
so she loved
crazy.
him so much. She got married for 72 days.
Hmm.
She got married 3 times. You gonna tell me? We gotta back this up. So you
She
trying to
love
tell
him.
me a woman who was married 3 times has a
Yes.
sex tape out and ran through the
Yes.
whole Hollywood?
Yes.
Dick it's just
How many of them other Negroes she gave babies to?
it don't matter. She could have aborted them. You don't know.
Man, she gave them boy. She loved Kanye. She just didn't know he was crazy like that. And now it's over.
No, she's a puppet for Chris, right?
She ain't no puppet, man.
Yes,
She a
she is.
grown woman, man.
Chris,
You don't know Chris run that show?
he don't.
Man, whatever, man.
He be watching. Keeping Up with the Kardashians, thinking it's real.
No, I don't look at none of that, man.
You look at the clips on Instagram, don't you? The little 15-second reel, like, oh, I can't wait to watch the next season.
No, I didn't even know it was still on, man.
Thing.
But yeah, Kanye crazy, man. He not gonna be able to keep no girlfriend.
Man, are you crazy? He got one now, fool.
Just wait.
Well, let me ask you this: why does anyone say that about Bill Gates? Don't Bill Gates get like Down syndrome, like Asperger's?
That nigga ain't got no Asperger's, man. What you talking about?
Yes, he does.
He ain't got no Asperger's, man. This is the first time I ever heard that.
Look it up.
I ain't gotta look it up. The man got $1 trillion. It don't matter what he got.
Dude got $1 billion.
Yeah, he got $1 billion. But that girl got up and left. Why would a woman like Kim Kardashian,
A
who
woman?
is
You call
money
her a woman
hungry,
or a who?
listen, a money hungry hoe like Kim Kardashian don't want to leave Kanye West? The nigga got $1 billion. $1 billion.
She got $1 billion too.
The boy's sick.
Nah, man,
Y'all keep playing with that.
She's sick. She's
That
sick.
boy's sick, man. And y'all know it.
She got a flick out there and made money off of. She's sick. She cries about it to this day. She's sick.
Let me tell you what's gonna happen. When we old in wheelchairs, they gonna be you're gonna be like, what they say Kanye had multiple
See, here's the
personalities?
problem. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. You never got done wrong by a female in public with kids. With if you had kids with the person. See, you're looking at it as I have a happy life, happy wife. You have to look at it as when you get when a woman don't agree with you, they get very vindictive. And this is what we got to discuss. This is what we need to discuss because women don't want the man to run things. So why a man which he was divine by God to run the household, if he's not running it, then he got to be crazy?
I'm not
Did you
saying he's
see?
crazy
Wait,
because of that.
let me finish my statement, Jimmy. Did you see what the boyfriend have done? Did he do something crazy? We took a picture with somebody, and you got your kids around that,
Yeah.
and he
And
got
she
to be
putting up with
crazy.
she
Pull the
putting up
picture
with
up.
that.
Pull the picture up, Will. Pull the
Yeah,
picture
she
up. You
putting
can
up with
find it.
that.
She's trying to exploit. Like, let me ask you a question: if you had children, Jimmy, and your wife broke up with you, would you? And she wants to exploit the kid on TikTok. Would you allow her to do that?
Well, first of all, if my wife
Answer the
wanted
question.
to exploit my child on TikTok, if she was that type of person, I wouldn't have married her in the first place.
No, all right, but we're past that because people
Well, no, we're
change.
not past that.
No. People change.
They
People
don't
change.
change.
Yes, they do.
You knew Kim Kardashian was a money grubbing, fame loving hoe when you married her. You said she was a trophy. You sang a
But why are
song
you?
about
You're
it.
saying she's a lady and he's crazy. You just said
He
I wouldn't
is
marry somebody like
crazy.
that. Then
He's crazy.
okay. Well, what about her?
She ain't crazy.
If someone want to put their kids and exploit them on social media, you think they're a lady?
That's you knew that about her
No,
when
no, no.
you
For
met
real, answer
her.
that question. You said you already established that. You said
Man,
you knew
look,
that. You knew
you
what
knew
we
that,
knew. What
right?
that she crazy?
Yeah, that she want to exploit her kids on social media. You
Is
knew
that
that when you
crazy
met
to you?
her.
Is that crazy to you for someone to
I
exploit their
wouldn't be
kid?
with somebody like that, but I'm not Kanye.
All right, well, you understand that we're not. You're not with the person. If you see a woman exploiting their children on social media, are they crazy or are they a woman? And you're
No, they just doing what they want to do.
Real,
People do what they want.
real quick, I want you to look at this picture. I mean, the
Let me see.
hold on, the one on the left. Let me move this stuff out the way. They always trying to have all these ads and stuff, but all right.
Is that Kentucky Fried Chicken up there?
Nah, I said love. I don't know what the heck that is. I've never seen love
I can't
before.
even see good. What's wrong with my
I know
eyes?
those is cookies, man. Come on. Yeah. All right, can you see that picture on the left?
Yeah, man. What's going on with that, man?
All
you
right,
know who that is?
That's Pete Davidson, man.
All right, continue.
yeah. So here's the story about this picture. Kanye asked, where you at?" His response is this: "I'm in bed with your wife," and sends that picture.
Right.
What are you
How
talking about? There was some. There was something he did though. What did he do with
Right.
somebody? He did something with somebody. Let me look it up. But go ahead. Well,
Right.
yeah, but how would you feel if you got that text?
Man, that wouldn't happen to me, though. I don't
Okay,
fool with people like that.
you ain't answered the question.
he never
I
answered
I
questions.
would because I would never feel like that because I wouldn't get in
So
that.
act like it's not you. Put
Okay,
yourself in somebody else's shoes.
I wouldn't get in those shoes. That's what I'm telling you. I'm looking at the shoes and I'm like, I would never put that on.
All right, the video game, the meta, we on Facebook, we on Meta, the meta you who got themselves in that situation. How would he
Well,
feel?
for me to be in Kanye's situation, I would have had to already marry Kim.
We don't want that answer, bro. Give me a. I'm
So
about
if
to
I
mute you
marry
now.
Kim,
All right,
then
we
I'm
gotta
okay
mute you.
with whatever she do.
All right, we get it. He ain't gonna answer the question.
Yeah, you get what you get.
Anyway, so Will, let's talk about the fact that um how men get treated in the court system because people trying to say he's crazy, and we both know that the court system is going to ride with the woman. Let's why don't you elaborate on that?
Right. So I'm gonna just paint a quick picture.
Don't ask him nothing. Just
So
talk.
so let's say that Kanye, he's supposed to get his kids, right? January 1st, New Year's, he's supposed to get the kids. And let's just say that Kim's like, all right, it's okay, you're going to get the kids. January 1st comes by, like, where's the kids? And she said, I changed my mind. And Kanye's like, why? She's like, because I said so. Because a lot of the times, whenever they have the power, these are the types of answers that you're going to get. It's either because I said so or you'll get ignored. So Kanye's recourse is to go down to the courts. He walks down to the courts, has his attorney file a motion, saying, "Hey, she's in contempt." So here's what the court system's going to do. They're going to schedule the January 1st issue for like August after she gets served. So August comes around, you get to around that time, and then the judge is on vacation or something like that. So then it gets moved to, November. November comes around, they're in court, and the judge is saying, all right, well, what's the problem here? And Kanye says, and remember, this is hypothetical, but Kanye says on January 1st, I wasn't able to see my kids. You know what the judge is going to ask?
Mm.
I can't ask Jimmy. Laurent, you know what the judge is going to ask?
What?
Judge is going to say, did you see your kids in February? If it's a yes,
Mm-hmm.
March, April, they're going to say basically, why are we here? This is the type of game the system ends up playing on the men.
Wait a minute, don't Kanye have $1 billion now?
It doesn't matter. Money don't matter in the court like that.
Because I heard if you got that cheese, you do what you want.
You
Not
heard wrong.
for family division. It don't
You
work.
heard wrong. Ever since 1964, the rules have changed. Maybe back in the day when someone living in Alabama and the husband is married to this person and he leaves for 2 weeks to go get some milk, then he end up having a kid across the street. And maybe in that case, but not in 2022. Not happening. And the problem, like I said, that we having is most women don't want to play in their position. They want they're jealous of men because men got the power from God, to run the house and different things like that, and they want to compete with us. They want to be just like us. And what I love the fact is like we're not equal. We're just not. It's just not going to happen, man. If you want to look at it, look at sports. I just watched a video where this girl was a MMA fighter. I think she was. She was like a third-degree black belt, undefeated in her arena, and she fought an average Joe that just started Taekwondo, and the dude knocked her out. So if we were equal, then they would say that was a good fight. But no, they're gonna say you beat up a girl. We see this in track and field. I remember they did like a relay, a co-ed relay, and if you see that, you put that up. That's a funny one, where the dude, the girl had a whole lap head start. He came back and beat her. So they've been jealous about our position for years. And this is basically what a power move right now. And yeah, you're right, Jimmy. He's wrong. He should have never married someone like that. You're totally right. But this is just a hypothetical situation. We can't just go off of what you would do. We try to be the objective perspective here. You know what I'm saying? We gotta look at all different angles, man. Don't worry about you. We can't be Jimmy. You understand?
Oh, okay.
Because if you do that, we'll be done talking in 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Poor Kanye, man. She done left, but why would she leave him?
Well, why would she leave? Why would she leave the dude in 72 days? They was doing a show. You remember, right? They was doing the whole show, and the E paid for the wedding, and she left in 72 days.
You want to say he crazy too?
No, I just think Kanye
Is Ray J
got
crazy?
mental issues. No, man. Well, yeah. Ray J not gonna be tame, and he not gonna do right. You know that.
Look, you gotta understand too. If somebody got a big body count, they lose sensitivity to relationships. If you have if you dated a bunch of people, that's why women they lie about their numbers. You know what I'm saying? They go down because if you're sitting there in a bunch of relationships, the first one you cry about, you know what I'm saying? You think the real going to end. And usually I like to say women usually get this when they like 13, 14 years old because they dating that high school or that college dude. He's like, I love you, all this other stuff. And then next you know, she find out she cheating with all these dudes, right? And then she's on her independent woman stuff, for a good 10 years. You get what I'm saying?
Man,
and then after that,
that girl wouldn't do that, man.
What girl?
Who?
Kardashian. She didn't have to go as far as she went with him, man.
What are you
I think she
talking
really
about?
loved that. I think she really loved that dude. She didn't have to have all them kids with him.
Look, you know what love is? Love is an action, not a feeling.
That's right. She had 4 kids with the dude. That's an action.
Then if she loved him, she would stay. It's not about
Listen,
most women listen.
Sick.
He's not. If you sick, what did the Bible say? What did the marriage say? It says sickness and health, right? If he's sick.
Yeah, but you can't. He might be the kind of sick you can't stay with.
That's crazy.
You don't know what going on in their house. Listen, I think the thing with Kanye is he's sick and he don't want to take the pills.
What do you think he's doing? He's never there.
Let me read Kim Kardashian's words because I think you're missing something.
And read her body count too. This dude he tripping.
So here's what Kim Kardashian said. And in the last 2 years, I decided I'm going to make myself happy. And that feels really good. Even if that created changes and caused my divorce. I think it's important to be honest with yourself about what really makes you happy. I've chosen myself. I think it's okay to choose you. And she also went on to say, I am team me. I'm going to eat well. I'm going to work out. I'm going to have more fun. And like let's say these key words, more fun, spend more time with my kids and the people who make
Stop
me.
right there. Stop right there. So that lets me know that Kim was running her life since her father passed away. The lawyer. I mean not Kim. I mean
Chris.
Chris. Chris was running all the kids' lives, bruh. She was doing her Joe Jackson. She's the one that told her to marry Kanye because she probably said it would be big for your career. Trust me.
And you figure and Kanye come in here and he like
he wants a family, he's hurt.
Right. And he like, I ain't gonna be on that show. And when he have his kids, he gonna tell them I ain't putting my kids on that show. How what do you think Chris was feeling about that? She was pissed.
Well, if he knew that she was with Joe Jackson, why he married her?
Because you said he's sick. His mom just passed away. Did you watch the documentary?
His mom just passed away. Keep going.
He listen.
Bad pick.
Listen, man.
You know that.
There's a lot of people who is lonely, and someone make them feel good, and they end up marrying them. You disagree?
I don't really disagree. It's just that's terrible to be in that situation. But I think Kanye got mental illness, man. I'm gonna chalk it up to that.
If we get $1 for every time you said that,
I just his behavior just tell me he's mentally ill.
So
we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it again on his next blowout, man. When his next girlfriend be like, "I'm leaving."
Let me ask you a question because because he's in Hollywood, and when people act out from what's going on, like what did Dave Chappelle say? He said, "Y'all don't know what's going on in Hollywood." So when they act out on what they're doing in Hollywood, they're the crazy ones.
Right.
So how is he crazy because he's calling this stuff out?
What you think going on that's making Kanye act up?
He lost his family and his kids. What do you mean?
How did he get that family and kids? He knew who that woman was when he got with her.
How many times you gonna say that? Could you have another narrative? Could you have another talking point?
Because it ain't no other talking point. It's the truth.
This is the objective perspective here, man.
It's the truth.
Hold on. We're gonna get to the truth.
Just look at other scenarios. We can't just keep going there.
Hold on. You don't believe that people who have mental issues are entitled to be treated fairly?
No, I believe people with mental issues are entitled to be treated fairly. But unless you live with somebody that's mentally ill, you don't know how it can be, man.
He's bipolar. Okay. What is she?
Okay. Then
what is she
got it. That's all you had to tell me. Now I know her story. She tried as long as she could. She was like, I can't take it. I'm leaving. I don't know who you are today. I'm gone.
But in the same way that you say he shouldn't have married her, can't you say she shouldn't have married him?
Oh, she just married him for clout, man. You know what she about.
She taking. You just don't like Kanye. That's your problem.
I love Kanye, but I didn't like that he married Kim, and he shouldn't have done that. I thought he was flushing his life down the toilet when he did it. Jay-Z told him that. I did too. Well, I can't talk to him, but that's how I felt. So he just get what he get.
Her current boyfriend has borderline personality disorder.
Right. That's right. He on the edge of crazy.
So apparently she likes abuse, huh?
Not abuse, but she like him on the edge. She like a nutbag. I ain't say Kanye ever abused her. When you with somebody that's got bipolar.
No, you can't gloss over that. So if someone's continuously marrying somebody who's crazy, what does that make them?
Maybe she like them people on the edge, man.
What does that make them? If you do
I guess she's seeking out abuse, or maybe she's still chasing clout. But
this guy defends women so much. This is what it's about. It ain't even about Kim.
You missed out on our simp show that we did.
No, man, missing out on the simp show. I'm just keeping it real, man. I know more about bipolar disorder than you think. I know a lot about that.
You didn't even know what he was. You didn't even know what he was diagnosed, and all of a sudden you're a genius. You know.
No, I'm just saying. I know the man's sick. I know he's sick, and I
So
know
you're
being
not
with
saying so.
somebody,
So you're saying
and I know it
everybody in
being
Hollywood.
somebody that's no. What I'm saying is, I know that being with someone that has a mental illness is more difficult than you can imagine, and
So what
I'm
did the dude?
almost
Well, why did she leave?
certain.
Why did she leave the dude that for 72 days? Then do you know that she
No,
married
I
him
don't
for
know nothing
72
about that.
days?
I don't know nothing
She's
about
been
that.
married 3 times. So if a person's been married 3 times, there's no, and you're sitting there saying there's nothing wrong with her.
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with her.
Well, say something about Kim. Is there something wrong with her? Because you would not say it.
I mean, I done called the woman a gold digging 4 or 5 times. But that's Kanye's fault. You knew that when you met her, though. You knew that. You knew who she was. Man, listen, man. That girl
Lord.
got with Kanye, right? And everything, she thought everything was going to be fine. They thought everything was going to be fine. She bought into what you guys are saying. Kanye's just fine. She done had kids with him, and she realized, okay, this brother really is the kind of sick I can't handle. And I done got in this, I got to get out. That's
Well,
all
why did
that
she
happened.
say that on her statement when she said, "I need to do me"?
Because she don't want, she probably signed the paper that said, I won't
She
open
didn't
my
sign the
mouth and
paper.
tell everything.
She didn't sign the paper because right now she's saying she's being stopped. So she didn't sign the paper. So what are you talking about?
Well, she might have told him, married people, she might have said to him, look, I will never tell anybody that you sick and everything else, but you got to let me go and I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I believe the man's sick. I think ever since he lost his mom, he been sick and he can't get himself straightened out. But when you live in Hollywood with all this, number one, you got all this money. Number two, the people around you not really for you. They for your money and your clout and your fame and everything else. You don't know who to trust. You don't have nobody that'll say, Kanye, look, man, you probably need to take your meds and everything, kind of get yourself straightened out. You don't have nobody like that. He thought he could trust his wife, and she obviously went down with him
Well, I have
all
a
the way
question
because she
because
said, I'm out.
all right, so why is it that all the Kardashians they have bad relationships with men? And then then Chris have dude that's a cross dresser.
Hmm.
So you're trying to tell me that these people are not sick?
They might be
Wait,
sick.
wait, 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 hold on. Let me finish. You don't. You're trying to say that a person who tricks out their daughter and sells a sex tape, there's nothing wrong with the family?
No, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with the family. But
Okay.
she left him, dog.
But it's mental ill Kanye.
Kanye mentally ill, dog.
Well, I hear that, man. Is there any last things you want to say, Jimmy, before we wrap up?
No, I'm cool, man. I'm cool. That's all the subject y'all got, man. That's it.
I mean, you can. We got a few, but we about to wrap up. So we got the Russian, Ukraine situation. Do you think we're gonna go to World War III? We got
I
the
hope we don't
Jesse.
do that. Jesus Christ. I hope we can just get that settled. You
What
know?
you want to touch on? You want to touch that? Jesse Smollett getting released on bond, or the Black Lives Matter leader that got jailed for fraud? Take your pick.
Oh, man. I want to touch on that Russian stuff, man.
Okay.
Man, I hope we don't go to war with all that junk, man. But I hope we don't get in that. That's all I can say. I hope we don't get in it.
Are you anti-Ukraine?
I'm not anti-Ukraine. This is how I feel about it. I think it's a terrible thing, okay, that Putin is doing that. And I don't think it's right. But at the same time, my caring for it is going to stop when they say, okay, let's take American lives and sacrifice American lives for that over there in Russia. I don't want us to do that. I don't want the administration, whoever's in place, to sacrifice the lives of young military people from the United States to settle that over there. I don't want that to happen.
Now, do you think they kind of meant like there's a lot of people that they have the Ukraine signs on their profile,
Mm-hmm.
all that, the flag.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this is like a manufactured care because a couple months ago, most people couldn't point Ukraine out on a map.
Well, I'm not against. I think it's a bad thing what the guy's doing over there,
Which guy?
Putin. Right? I think they should come to some kind of peaceful resolution, but I don't think Americans should die for it.
Well,
So I'm not putting up any flag or anything on my car or on my YouTube page or nothing like that because I don't believe in it that much. I think I have an opinion. Putin shouldn't do that. Okay, but do I want my son, my daughter, anybody got a kid over 18 years old, they sweating bullets right now because the administration can push a button and your kids die, not they're rich, their kids don't die from war. They're going to send your children to die for something that they believe in, not necessarily that you believe in. And I'm definitely not for that. I don't believe it's a big enough thing to where American lives should be sacrificed for it. I just don't believe in that.
Well, why do you think they're making such a push to get Americans to support Ukraine and be against Putin? Why do you think that's going on?
Probably because they may try to go to war with the man.
well,
Which I
I don't think Biden. That's one thing I will say. I don't like Biden, but he's doing a great job of keeping us away from war.
yeah I don't.
Now, what I will say is though, I will say this because there was the Ukraine president was speaking to the Congress and the Senate today, and he got a standing ovation before he even spoke. But one thing he was trying to convey to the Congress is he needs a no-fly zone in Ukraine, and if I don't believe, and that's why I support Biden on this part. Biden don't want to get involved with that because if we shoot a Russian plane down, it will be World War III for Ukraine.
Mhm.
So I like the fact that he's staying out of it.
Yeah, we don't need to be in that. And I
But
feel
what but what
terrible.
but Ukraine should do for real because it basically Russia's basically don't want Ukraine in NATO. So he needs to the president needs to go to Russia and say talk to the Russian president. I mean Putin and say well as long as you leave us alone, we won't join NATO because that's what this is all about.
Mhm.
I thought it was about the fact that Putin wants access to the Black Sea.
Maybe so, but he wouldn't do it if he don't want them involved with NATO because once because what Ukraine wasn't they like Soviet Union or something like that and like they're a new country now since 1991 and ever since they started that NATO Russia don't want Ukraine to be involved with that so that's what this is basically about um and
I
Ukraine is
think
trying
they
to
just have a meeting and come to a deal, man.
that's what I'm saying because you're not going to beat Russia. Russia's being light on them, man. It's like you fighting your older brother, and he's not hitting you. He's just playing around with you, just giving you warning shots, and he killed a few people. You know what I'm saying? Because like if Russia wanted to take them out, they could. They got nukes and everything else,
Mhm.
and they're allowing them people to flee. Because back in the day, what they would do is they'll put you in a concentration camp. They wouldn't let you flee to another country. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They have China backing them, and
Who backing them?
China.
Backing who?
Well, China's not necessary. It's not that they're backing them. They're just China's competing with the United States. So I think that in that situation, whatever the United States does, China's going to go opposite.
Now, I think the sanctions that Biden is putting on uh, China is going to mess up their economy. But here's the thing with Biden. Biden knows he's done. They know he's done because they're not going to get the economy back by election time.
Hmm.
And him, I mean, so I predict in this year is going to be Republican going to run everything. far as like the House and the Senate in November, and then um, what's her name, Kamala, she don't have enough popularity to win in 2024. So the best bet for the Democrats for real is to tell Biden to step down. But typically, he's probably not gonna do that. So they're gonna have to kind of talk him into not going with somebody else. For the ticket, I think.
I think he's gonna run again, but I don't know if he'll win.
No,
he'll be like 84 years old.
He's not running again.
You don't think he's gonna try it again, man?
Yeah, you ever see Weekend at Bernie's?
Yeah, man.
That's exactly how he looked.
That's where we're at right now. They should have never really been able to have a sequel.
Yeah, but yeah, that's where I'm at. But I'm glad. Thank goodness for Biden back in. He don't want to go to World War III because this will be on his watch. And if we do a no-fly zone and shoot one of them Russian planes down, it's over.
You think they unleashed the nukes upon each other, man?
It'd be a possibility.
Terrible, bro.
They're trying to get position.
They trying to Putin trying to take Alaska back.
What?
Yeah, so they can aim something at us, huh?
Yep. So.
That'd be a good station to aim something to America, huh?
Yeah.
And, last thing, but Jesse Smollett, man, he beat jail, man. He ain't going back, man. He only got 150 days. You know what I'm saying? They let him out.
Maybe Harris helped him with that, man.
Probably.
He's very connected.
Leave Juicy alone, man. Don't bother Justice Smollett, man.
He got Harris, Cory Booker.
He gonna be back out. He gonna be on the next episode of Power or something like that. He gonna get it back on some show, or he might do some Tyler Perry movies. Being some thug.
I think he'll be good in some Tyler Perry movies. Did y'all see that new Tyler Perry movie, man? When Madea came back, man, it was good.
I ain't watched that, man. I don't watch Madea movies.
I ain't watched Tyler Perry in 10 years.
Hey, man, he doing his thing, man.
Cross-dressing.
He been making the same movie for like 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Will Smith be making the same movie. Will Smith be like, what's the Fresh Prince gonna do this time?
They all do that, man. Even Robert De Niro.
I love Robert De Niro.
I mean, I seen Will act in some stuff, man.
I think in 3 movies, it was a movie where he was gay. That he was not himself then. It was a movie where he was Muhammad. Huh?
Or was he?
I don't think so. Then he was Muhammad Ali. He wasn't himself then. I think that's about it. The rest of them, it was a Fresh Prince.
He got another one. The one with Serena Williams.
Oh yeah,
that one.
Which one?
King Richard.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's 4. Yeah. Yeah, but other than that, and listen, if he made another movie where he was the Fresh Prince, I'll watch it. No lie.
I ain't like that one he did. Not Justice League. What was that one? Suicide Squad. I ain't like that.
I like that too. He was just the Fresh Prince on the Suicide Squad.
Man, but if you're gonna say that, man, Jack Nicholson is himself in every movie too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Denzel.
Yes.
Taraji.
Yes.
Yeah, so they all do that. That's why I don't mess with Jamie Foxx in that Spider-Man movie. He was himself in that movie. And that's why I respect the Batman movie with Colin Farrell, man. Shout out to him and that Penguin character. I didn't even know that was him.
He did a heck of a job.
That was Colin Farrell?
Sure was.
They didn't even know,
I
did
just
you?
got to watching that on the app. No, that was Colin Farrell. All fat
Really?
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, man, I ain't even know, dog.
That's acting right
Dang,
there.
but Batman, he was so sensitive, man. What kind of Batman is this, man?
Yeah, I ain't like that one. I ain't like it.
Well,
He
that's
Hated
don't
it.
he don't seem like
emo Batman.
yeah, like he emo, like yeah, he emo. He's more like, did you know I'm Batman? The other Batman, like, bitch, I'm Batman, ho. You
And
know what I'm saying?
Bruce Wayne's always smooth. I ain't like this Bruce
He was
Wayne.
looking all dirty and weak, man.
Dusty.
Mm.
You supposed to be balling out of control.
Yeah, then I ain't like the did you watch the whole movie, Jimmy?
I watched the whole thing, bro.
I ain't like the Riddler just gave himself up like that, man.
Actually, they could have ended the movie when Falcone got shot, and I would have said it was a good movie.
Hmm.
And then just bring the Riddler back for another round in another movie. They could have stopped the movie right there.
That's because the movie was so darn long. But that movie, they got lazy at the end of the movie with the writing.
Yeah, because it was like same. You want to talk about same plot with you heard Joker laughing. I'm like, didn't they just do that with Dark Knight with the
Yeah.
Batman Begins?
Man, I thought it was a good movie, but I think this Batman is very sensitive. He's what's the word I'm looking for? Emo, not really sure of himself. So it's just new, you know. I mean, old guys like me may not like it.
I mean, I just didn't like I mean, I know he's a detective, but I ain't like the Sherlock Holmes thing, man. And I didn't like the guy playing. I didn't think he did. He did an okay job with the Batman character. I guess it's supposed to be year one. I didn't like his Bruce Wayne impression. I didn't like that.
No, I didn't like that either.
I
In
wasn't a
fact,
fan. I
that's
wasn't a
gonna be
fan of.
my complaint right there. I'm gonna copy your complaint. That's it.
I wasn't a fan of Catwoman. They didn't play enough Catwoman scenes. You know what I mean? I didn't like that. I wanted more Catwoman scenes.
Man, but she was cute, man.
Hey, well, it's subjective. Can't say that on there.
Man, that Joker was
Uh,
cute, man.
my,
Mwah.
um, my
But
my my biggest pet peeve, he wasn't a ninja. Like
that's
Batman,
another thing.
you know when Batman come to sound, you ain't supposed to hear like doof, doof, like he the Jurassic Park T Rex. You supposed to hear, and they be like, "What's that? You hear that?" you know,
Mm.
that's what you supposed to hear when Batman come.
And Gordon is the worst detective ever. The whole time he said God like 1,000 times. Oh Jesus! Oh, like he was the worst detective
I
ever.
enjoyed that Commissioner Gordon,
Mm.
Lieutenant Gordon, excuse me, not the
They try to
commissioner
be
yet.
woke too. They try to be woke in that movie. Didn't you see it?
How so? What happened?
I mean, first off, you got a black Gordon, you got a black Catwoman, and she referenced a black something about black people in that movie. Can't remember what she said though.
And the Black Mayor.
No, the
Oh,
mail. Oh yeah.
oh
Oh,
yeah, I
but she
forgot
got
about
shot.
yeah.
She
She
lived.
lived.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to say it on your show, but I was glad when she got shot. Cause the nigga told her, don't take your punk ass out there. They ain't playing with you, bitch." And she's like, "No, I'm gonna go out there." The police is telling you, "Hey, don't take your ass out there, man." "No, I'm gonna go out there. I have to speak to the people." Bang! Ah, sit your ass down. He's a terrorist.
Now I heard that there's a petition out there where they're trying to replace T'Challa,
Mm,
Black Panther.
yeah,
I
Hmm.
guess they're killing him off or something.
they need to replace him. Like, come on, man. That was the stupidest thing.
We finally got a movie that's hot, and you gonna kill him off. That is stupid. That's
Hey
stupid.
man, so you think they should let someone else play T'Challa?
Yeah,
Who you think they should play? Who should play T'Challa?
I don't know. Anybody can play him. I mean, I don't know the top young actors right now, but I'm pretty sure there is one.
T'Challa.
Yeah, but they're gonna ruin that. It's going woke. I heard they down there in Atlanta shooting, and they're probably already done with it. But that girl was getting hurt a lot, so she probably the Black Panther, his sister.
I wouldn't want to see that.
I ain't gonna see it. I'm done. But yeah. But with that, man, anything want to leave it with?
Hey man, hey, in honor of Kanye, we need to be aware of mental illness out there. Look out for it, man. Try to get these folks treated, man. Try to help them, man.
All right, holla at your man.
All
All
right,
right,
G.
peace.
Yeah, man. I think we really didn't touch on when it comes to the Kanye situation is we need maybe go deeper another time, but the powerless men in these situations because it's not just about him. You know, it's about a lot of men across the country, man. And when you dealing with stuff like that, I don't blame certain men giving up on their kids because you sitting there spending all this money trying to fight a system that's corrupt. You know, like you're gonna spend all this money, then you're going to pay her alimony or whatever. You might as well just give up the kid, buy a crib, move on with your life because you're not going to win that battle in that courtroom.
Mm.
You're fighting it, lose, and then don't let the kid be 13 or whatever because the kid can choose at that point, depending on what state you're in, and you doing all this stuff for somebody, and they just decide that they don't want to be around you. So I'm like, nah. My point is like, you know, just let it go. You know what I mean? Like Kanye, I know you want to protect your children and all that, but they're not going to allow you to do the certain things you want to do. Now, 50 Cent, he has some power. His girl, his ex girl, went on a reality show, and there was one episode that was on TV, and he sent the cease and desist letter, and they shut that show down.
Mm.
But what I say, Kanye, a power move was he bought a crib right across the street. Power. Shots out.
Mm. Yeah, we're going to have to on a future show. We're going to have to definitely go deep into that. I know that. I mean, your thoughts may seem controversial to some. I'm interested to see what people think in regards to it. But
Because this is, and we talk about Kanye, but it's bigger than Kanye.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's bigger than him. We can say what mental illness he has, but most men they do, get with the wrong person because of the attraction issue. You know what I'm saying? Like you're attracted to this person, or you see a female who might be attracted to this guy who's fit and might got money, but then he ended up clocking people on the head, and you ain't know that, or you just ignored it, and you in a situation because it's just it happens. It
Mm.
happens all the time. So like I said, I'm not saying just talking primarily about Kanye, but there's some messed up dudes out there, that you shouldn't be in a relationship with.
Right. Definitely.
But all right, if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, also hit that notification. Send this video out, and you got anything left you want to say?
Oh man. Free Jussie. Never mind.
Oh, yeah. With that,
he need to be back in jail though. Seriously. But yeah, with that, we gonna sign out. Peace.